What if you could buy a $500,000 property inside your super, even if you only have $150,000 today? It's possible, but it's also one of the most complex strategies in superannuation. It's called a limited recourse borrowing arrangement, or LRBA. Get it right and it can accelerate wealth. Get it wrong and it can trigger serious ATO penalties and derail a retirement plan. Most people think it works like a normal property loan. It doesn't. The rules are very different and there are traps many people don't see coming. I'm Troy, and in my work as an SMSF administrator, I've seen hundreds of these structures. Today, we'll break down the key parts of an LRBA, how the structure typically works, how the lending process looks, and the common traps you need to watch out for. Welcome to SMSF Insider, where we help busy professionals to gain financial independence using an SMSF. Hi, I'm Troy, founder of Blue Chip SMSF Services. And over the last 20 years, I've helped thousands of Aussies manage the complexities of self-managed super funds. And in this podcast, I'll answer your questions, break down the myths, so you can take charge of your financial freedom. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about the structure. One of the most overlooked points with an LRBA is that the SMSF does not directly own the property while the loan is in place. Instead, a separate structure is used called a holding trust or bare trust. This is not optional. It's a core requirement under the regulations. That structure is what provides the limited recourse protection. It creates a legal wall between the property and the other assets inside the SMSF. This is a very complex area. That's why many SMSF owners work with specialist lawyers to make sure the trust deeds are drafted correctly and compliant from the very beginning. Now, getting the structure right is critical, but it means nothing if the loan isn't approved. And getting a loan for an SMSF is not like applying for a normal mortgage. SMSF loans are a specialised product. Interest rates are often higher and the lending criteria are much stricter. Lenders typically want to see a larger deposit, a strong liquidity buffer in the fund, and solid rental income projections. For example, a lender might require a 30% deposit and expect the fund to still hold around 10% of the property's value in cash or shares after the purchase. That buffer helps cover unexpected costs like repairs, vacancies, or maintenance without forcing the fund to sell the property. This is why many SMSF trustees work with specialist mortgage brokers who deal with these loans every day. Just quickly, guys, if you're a busy professional, fed up with traditional super funds and overwhelmed by the setup of your SMSF, we can help. Book in a call with my team using the link in the show notes and let's build your future on your terms. Now, back to the episode. Finally, once the property is owned, there are strict rules about what can be done with borrowed funds. In most cases, borrowed money can be used to repair an asset, but not to improve it. An improvement is anything that materially changes the character of the asset. For example, fixing a leaking roof would be considered a repair, but adding a granny flat would be an improvement. If borrowed funds are used for the wrong purpose, the entire loan can become non-compliant. That can trigger serious tax consequences for the SMSF. This is why it's critical to keep detailed records and understand the difference between repairs and improvements. When in doubt, many SMSF trustees seek a written opinion from their auditor before spending any money. So there you have it, the three critical areas of an LRBA: the structure, the lending, and the ongoing rules. LRBAs can be powerful, but they're not for everyone. Most SMSF professionals recommend not trying to do this alone. It usually requires a team, a specialist SMSF lawyer, a broker who understands these loans, and a compliant auditor, because the cost of getting expert help is a fraction of the cost of getting it wrong. Thanks for watching. If you have questions, drop them in the comments below and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of SMSF Insider. If you got value from this, make sure you subscribe so you never miss the strategies we share to help you take control of your financial future. Find us on socials at Blue Chip SMSF or book a call with our team to see if we can help you.